0345 6060 973. Rotherham. Hello, Carl.
Oh, hi. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, a couple of things.
Couple of three things.
I don't normally listen to you on a night time because I'm normally in bed.
Me either.
However, I've listened to you tonight, and my dismay is that you're
enormous. Approximately how big is your dismay in inches?
In inches?
Yes.
Oh no, you couldn't quantify.
Couldn't quantify it in inches. Not big enough a measurement. No. So let's say in the measurements of the size of Wales, approximately how many Wales are we talking about?
Well, Wales is a service in itself.
It's a very big place. Yeah. It's got sheep and mountains and it's got scenery up to your eyeballs.
Comments on Jacob Rees-Mogg. I have found Jacob Rees-Mogg to be a fine politician.
In what way? In what way?
In the past couple of years I've been following him in his conduct, to be honest.
His conduct? What do you mean by that?
I think Jacob Rees-Mogg can speak to the majority of the public.
In what way? You keep saying these vague things about him, but you don't back any of them up. What is it about him as a politician that you like? What has he done politically that appeals to you so?
I think you could ask that of any politician, what have they done?
No, you are defending him. You specifically called me to defend him, so go on.
I did, because Jacob Rees-Mogg, I've seen him in universities, being questioned by, the liberal, the far right, far left, and
what did he say? What did he say that impressed you so?
He knows how to speak to all ilks of people, and he can get them on side. He knows how to communicate with them.
Well, he certainly cannot get them on side. He cannot get all people on side. A vanishingly few number of people, Carl, who have been trained well enough to doff their caps every time they hear somebody with a supercilious posh accent.
I don't think it's supercilious at all. I think it's.
Oh my God!
character.
Look up supercilious in the dictionary, and there's a picture of him there.
Right, so somebody said, I know, I'll create supercilious to mean Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that's who the man is.
That is who the man is. He's the very definition of superciliousness.
He's not.
His superior, condescending attitude.
You're better informed than I am. I don't know.
And using politeness as a weapon. That and their blooming religion. As though anything that he says or does would be in Jesus' good books.
I'm a scientist. I will agree with you on religion.
You're a scientist?
Absolutely, sir, yes.
Well, what's that got to do with it? What's your...
Therefore, his views on religion disagree with my views on religion.
What's your field of science?
Physics. Theoretical physics.
You're a theoretical physicist?
I am, sir.
Okay. Where do you practice your theoretical physics?
That's amusing to
well,
you.
it is. I don't believe I've ever spoken to anybody who actually makes money as a theoretical physicist. Where do you work?
I'm actually a teacher of theoretical physics.
You're a teacher of theoretical physics?
I am.
Right. Okay. Well, you're not explaining yourself very well as a teacher, but I guess if it's theoretical physics you're imparting to your students, then I suppose you don't really have to be very logical, because it's all about, I don't really know what it is. It's just stories you're making up. Theoretical physics. Not actual physics, like fairy stories, you mean. It's like, what is the universe? And like, if it's so big, like, what's it in? Stuff like that.
I don't think it is, but my point was...
You don't think it is?
I think you berated Jacob Rees-Mogg a bit too harshly.
I was just under the requisite level of harshness, as far as Jacob Rees-Mogg is concerned. His fans just blow me away, and every single one of them tries to define what it is that they like about him, and I can tell you what they like about him. It's because it feeds into their yearning urge to genuflect before those what talk posh. It's ingrained so deeply in us, we just can't help ourselves. some daft aristo who has never had to lift a finger in their lives, has been given their entire life on a plate, will just whinny on in that ninnying fashion of theirs, and people just go and will assume that everything they say is as though delivered by God. I'll ask you one more time, Carl. What is it about Mogg as a politician, rather than his affected manner, that speaks to you so?
I agree with some of these principles.
Like
I
what?
agree with conservatism and...
Like what? Name one.
I can't just name one.
You can't?
You know?
OK, well then that's pointless. Why did you call? You called to defend a man you don't know anything about, other than he talks posh. Excruciating, Carl. And that's not a theory. Randy texts, Nick, I asked a gardener today what was